Social media can be a really great way for online business owners to get visible, but it's not the only way, and it may not even be the best way for your business. So is social media the necessary evil for growth that so many of us think that it is? Or is it totally doable to build your online business to 6 figures and beyond without being on social media? Today, I'm gonna share with you how I scaled my online business to multi-6 figures without using social media, why it worked so well for me, and some other effective social media free alternatives that you can use to get the word out about your business. I'm Rachel Harrison-Sund, and I help people just like you build and scale a sustainable online business to 6 figures and beyond. Now, of course, we all know the drawbacks of social media. On a personal level, it can be artificial and time-sucking and anxiety-producing. And on a business level, the shelf life of your content is only about 24 hours, meaning that if a person doesn't see your content in the first few hours it's posted, they likely never will. And it can be tough to convert followers to email subscribers, which is essential for an effective marketing strategy. So this is what I did instead, and you can go ahead and determine if this is something that might work for you as well. So step 1 is to know who your ideal customer is. Now, your ideal customer is that one person whose wants and needs will be best met by your products or services. Now, these people can afford your offers, they are willing to pay for your offers, and that's because they can readily see the value in them. Now, it's a really good idea when you're starting out to create an ideal customer avatar, essentially a profile of your ideal customer. You're going to want to include things like age, gender, occupation, income level, hopes and dreams, biggest challenges, etc. Now, you won't know all the details in the beginning stages, but create a basic ideal customer avatar now, and you can build on it down the line as your business grows and you get to know more and more about the customers and the clients that you serve. These are the people that you want to target with your marketing. Now, when I was first starting out and my goal was to create an online education business that focused on teaching people how to make money self-publishing low-content books like journals and planners on Amazon, my basic ideal customer avatar was creative women in their 30s and 40s who most likely work at an unsatisfying job, or maybe they're a stay-at-home mom, and they want to find a creative way to make money from home. Now, this of course got a lot more robust as I went along, but this was a good enough place for me to start. Now, step 2 is to find out where your ideal customers are. This one is so crucial. If you don't know where to find your ideal customers, how are you going to be able to sell anything to them down the line, right? Secondly, you need to know where your ideal customers hang out online so that you can accurately determine if social media is or isn't a marketing strategy that you should really consider. Now, when I was first starting out with my business, I knew that my ideal customer would be best found right here on YouTube. The main reason for this is that a lot of what I teach requires tutorial style lessons that I really need to visually show people how to do things like conduct keyword research or design various parts of the low content books. Now, most of this content takes time to teach, so I knew that long form content rather than the short form content that we're limited to on social media would work best for my ideal customers. And I also knew through some research that a lot of people were actively searching for this exact type of content on YouTube. I also knew that it would be a lot easier to build an email list through YouTube rather than on social media, because I could offer links to my freebies right from inside my videos, and I would link to those down in the description below. And they were a lot more likely to download those freebies because they were getting to know me as they were watching these long form videos. They were seeing my face, they were hearing my voice, they were getting a really good sense of my teaching style. Now, my initial plan was to get really good on the one platform first, then add additional platforms once that first one was rocking and rolling and I was satisfied that platform was bringing me in the results that I was after. So that's another tip. Choose one platform, the one that's going to pack the biggest punch when you're first starting out. For me, that was YouTube. And then only add additional platforms once the first one is working. Now, since I first started, I've actually sent out a bunch of surveys to my audience, and it actually turns out that only a small portion of them are active on social media anyway. Now, I think that this is probably because my audience tends to skew a little bit older, and so people either don't spend as much time on social media or they're not on it at all. And of course, this is only reinforced that my main focus for continuing to build my email list which is the number one way that I promote my products and services, should continue to be YouTube. So another tip there, reassessing your strategy regularly to determine if social media is or isn't something that you should consider adding to your overall marketing strategy is important. Step 3, build your email list. Now, as an online business owner, one of your biggest, most crucial objectives should be to build an email list. It is much easier to sell your offers to a person on your email list than through something like advertising. Because if someone's on your list, it's because they want to be there. They have opted in. They're interested in you and your business, assuming that they've landed on your list ethically, of course. And the best way to build that list is through a highly valuable freebie, also known as a lead magnet. So you want your lead magnet to offer some sort of a quick win, some sort of solution to a problem, while also building demand for whatever your product or service is. So the idea really is to help your ideal customer understand that results are possible for them by giving them that quick win, but also showing them that even bigger results are gonna happen even faster and easier with your help. So my first lead magnet was my 3 steps to publishing your first low content book in less than a day. Now this free guide gave my ideal customer all the steps they needed to get their first practice low content book, like a simple notebook, published as quickly as possible. So for my people, they just simply didn't realize how easy it is to self-publish any type of book. So my job with my lead magnet was to quickly take them through the process, not focusing on making it an award-winning, seriously money-generating book, but instead focusing simply on the process and getting them to understand how easy the process is. This then created demand for my full program, Low Content Profits Academy. After seeing for themselves how easy the publishing process really is, they were then ready to learn how to research, create, and sell books that started to make real passive income. Now, the way you're gonna set this up is to create your lead magnet, which could be a PDF guide like mine was. It could be a video training, an audio training, some sort of template, anything that you know your ideal customer would find valuable. Then you'll create a landing page where your ideal customer can download your lead magnet, and then you'll make sure that the person's email address is added to your list once they download the lead magnet, and this whole thing is automated. But of course, the question still remains, how do you offer your ideal customers your lead magnet to begin with? This goes right back to the beginning. You're gonna go straight to the places where you know that they are already hanging out, and you're gonna connect with them there where they already are by providing value. Now, value can be a vague term, so what that looks like is offering information that they need, solving a problem that they need solving. It could even be providing entertainment. Now, this value is usually delivered in the form of some sort of content. So for me, this meant creating weekly YouTube videos that answered questions that my viewers had on the self-publishing process. It was offering design tutorials, tips, advice, etc. For you, that might be a blog post, it might be a podcast, it might be LinkedIn posts. The point is, go where your ideal customers are. Now again, I personally knew that YouTube was going to be the best place to connect with my ideal customer and build my audience and email list. So that's where I went. Now, step 4, where it all comes together, is to create a marketing plan. Now, once you've got any amount of subscribers on your email list, you can start promoting your products and services. And again, it's much easier to successfully promote your products and services through email marketing than to followers on social media. Your subscribers are there voluntarily, meaning they want to hear from you. They've already gotten a sense of your personality and teaching style because they've been consuming your free content. You know they're interested in your offers because they've downloaded your lead magnet, which, if you've done things right, is directly related to the things that you sell. You've provided value, and at this point, you have earned the privilege of asking for the sale. Now for me, once people download my lead magnet, they then get sent a 5-email automated sequence. This sequence offers more value by providing tips and advice, and it also invites them to attend a free pre-recorded masterclass. Now, my masterclass takes people through the entire top-line process for researching, creating, and publishing a low-content book. And then at the end, I let people know how they can work with me on a deeper level with my full step-by-step program, Low Content Profits Academy. This entire process is totally automated. Now, just in case you're actually interested in seeing how I structure my on-demand masterclass and you want to take a look at the emails that I use as follow-up that actually sell my program, I've left a link to my on-demand masterclass down below. You can register for it. You can or can't attend, it's up to you, but you'll see what the emails are that you get in that process, just so you can get, a bit of an overview of what that start to finish customer journey looks like using my example. Now, on top of this entire automated process, I also have bigger promotions, usually every quarter, promoting my program again to anyone who didn't buy it the first time through. Not everyone who's interested are gonna buy it the first time around. A lot of people need time. They need time to get to know you better, time to trust you more, time to, more fully experience your teaching style through your free content. Just because someone doesn't buy from you the first time around, it doesn't mean they're never going to buy from you in the future. So don't just forget about these people. Circle back to them on a regular schedule. Again, this is just another reason why you want to get people onto your email list rather than just have them as social media followers, so that you can follow up with them regularly. So I want to just highlight the reasons why a social media free marketing strategy worked so well for me. So number one, I was visible to my ideal customers on a medium where they were most likely to find me. Two, I consistently provided value in the form of long-form content, so helpful information, advice, tips, answers to questions. Three, the value that I was creating built trust over time. They could get to know me and my teaching style by seeing my face, hearing my voice, following along with my tutorials. And then four, I had a solid sales and marketing system in place. So if I was to sum it all up, I would say that I had a strategy in place and then I consistently executed on that strategy. And this is going to be your main determiner of success as well, regardless of whether or not you decide to use social media. Be strategic. Your decisions should not come from nowhere. They should come from the data that you're collecting at every step of the process. So I'm going to offer a few other ways to reach your customers that don't involve social media, but before I do, if you are in the early stages of creating your online business, and you would love a complete high-level framework that takes you from idea all the way to launch in the similar way that what I've outlined to you here in this video today, you can download my free 6-figure online business startup blueprint down in the description below. And if you're enjoying this video, I'd really love it if you would subscribe. That is just going to help push this content out there to even more people who might find it helpful. And it's going to help keep you posted when I release new videos. Okay, so what are some of those other ways that you can reach your customers that don't involve social media? So the most basic one is going to be SEO, or search engine optimization, on your website. Now the downside here is that SEO takes a lot of time to work, and if it's your only strategy, you can be really screwed every time Google releases an update to their algorithm. So I wouldn't make this your only or your main strategy. There's also advertising, of course, and ads can be great, but they're expensive. And again, they usually work better when they're not your only strategy. And as I already mentioned, people are most likely to buy from someone that they already know, like, and trust, rather than from a stranger in an ad. Personally, I've yet to use advertising on any of my products, and I'm like 5 years in, and I'm only now starting to think about it. There's also referrals and affiliate marketing. So this is basically you relying on and building continually your network, and those people are going to help you to sell your products in exchange for a cut of your sales. And this can work really well. Now, referrals usually apply to services where you might pay the referrer 5 to 10% of the cost of the service. Affiliate sales usually apply to products like a digital course, and the affiliate partner usually gets a 40 to 50% cut. You can also think about publicity. So you'll want to pitch podcasts, online or print magazines, other YouTubers, even TV shows, depending on what your niche is. Personally, I've appeared in Money, Forbes, I've had work featured in Applied Arts magazine. I've also appeared on numerous podcasts, YouTube channels. I've spoken at summits, hosted workshops, and all of these appearances and features can be great credibility markers that really go a long way to help build trust. And a few of the bigger appearances I've had have really made an impact in helping me build my email list. I remember one podcast I went on, and within a week, my subscribers had shot up 1,000. That was really great for me in the beginning when I was brand new and only had a few thousand people on my list to begin with. And of course, we can't forget about word of mouth. That's really just something that's going to happen organically if you become known for getting great results for your clients and customers. Final tip here, when deciding on whether or not to make social media a part of your marketing plan, be intentional and be strategic. Meet your ideal customers where they are. Don't try and make them find you. And if you decide that social media isn't the best place to connect with your customers, like I did, make sure you've got a solid plan in place for where you're going to meet them instead. And hopefully the plan I outlined in this video is going to be helpful and useful to you. Now, if you're struggling to know where you should focus your time and your efforts in the early stages of your business, check out what to focus on the first week of starting an online business just by clicking this video right up here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.